Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So let's just go to database. Chapter 2. All right, let me share my screen. Okay, so in the first verse, Arjuna was, Sanjaya is saying to Dhritarashtra, Arjuna, see, look at Arjuna. He's full of tears, he's full of tears and he's showing material compassion. And so now he's going to go to Krishna and he spoke the following verse. So that is the first verse. And the second verse, he says, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, my dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all benefiting a man who knows the value of life. They are not going to lead you to higher planets, but it's going to lead you to infamy. So he's saying, what is this, Arjuna? You're just behaving like, you're not like a man who knows the value of life, but how have these impurities especially come upon you, who knows the value of life? This is not going to lead you to higher planets, but it's going to lead you to infamy. And then he's saying, O son of Pritha, do not yield to this degrading importance. Don't get succumbed to it. It does not become you. Give up this petty weakness of heart and arise. Give up this false lamentation that is happening due to your attachment to the family. Give that up and rise above. Become the chastiser of enemy. And then he's saying, Arjuna Vacha, and he's saying, Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counterattack with arrows in battle? Men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship, how can I fight with them? It is not at all possible for me to fight with them. One second. So now, one second, I'm just sending link to somebody who wants to join the class. Just a minute. Okay. So now, so how can I counterattack those people who are actually worthy of my worship, he's saying. And then the fifth verse is saying, it would be better for me to live in this world by begging at the cost of lives of great souls who are my teachers. So I will just live my life begging. See, I'll just go to each and every house, say Bhagati Bhikshandehi, and just sustain my life instead of killing the people who are worthy of my worship. I can't do that. If they are killed, everything we enjoyed will be tainted with blood. How can I even think of that action where if I win something, who will I share this joy with? And how can I be possibly able to enjoy this wealth that comes out of killing my relatives? It is not at all possible. And then he says, so nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. Arjuna is saying, so if we are going to kill those Kauravas, then they are not worthy of living. So it is better we now leave this battlefield. It is better that, I mean, again, he's just defending from his point of view why he doesn't want to fight the war. He's saying it's all unnecessary violence. Even though it is the duty of a Kshatriya I should just not do this, because if I do this, then I will be harming my relatives. So I'm better off by begging and living my life that way, so that even see the whatever, if I win the battle also, whatever wealth I accumulate, it is going to be tainted with blood. So what is the use? Like that he says. Okay. And then what happens after that? The 7th verse is the turning point, as I told you, where Krishna is accepting Arjuna is accepting Krishna as a spiritual master and not a friend anymore. Okay. So that is what we saw. And then let's go through this verse. Okay. Okay, let's go through this verse. Who wants to say? Raise your hands. Manhar, go ahead.
How's Mataji? Nahi prapshyami mama pandyad yacho kamuchosanam indriyanam avapya bhuma asapatnam radham Rajyam Surana Anam Api Chadipatyam.
Wonderful. Varun, slowly, can you say this verse?
Okay, Mataji.
I can't hear you.
Mataji?
Yeah, can you be a little louder? Is my phone audible? Is my voice audible?
Yes. Your audible voice, but only Varun.
Okay, do one thing. Okay, Varun, go ahead.
Tapashyami mama panudhyad yachokam kuchoshanam indriyan.
Indriyana.
Indriyana avapya bhuma asapatnam riddham rajam suranam apichadipatyam.
Wonderful, wonderful. So here Arjuna is saying, I can find no means to drive away this grief which is drying up my senses. I'll not be able to dispel it even I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven. See, so we are going to see the purport and understand the purport. Although Arjuna was putting forward so many arguments on knowledge of principles of religion and moral codes, it appears he was unable to solve his real problem without the help of spiritual master, Lord Krishna. So we have seen so many examples, right? We have seen from Gajendra Moksha that Gajendra actually went to Krishna when he had a problem. Anybody who was in problem, where do they go instead of lamenting alone? Where do they go and seek shelter?
Lord.
To the Lord. To the Lord.
Krishna.
Yes. Anjaneya, I can ask you to read. There are many verses here. You can definitely read. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. He could understand that his so-called knowledge was useless in driving away his problems. Say, for example, somebody may have done a PhD on biochemistry. Is that going to help him solve the problems in life? There are three types of miseries. What are the 3 types of miseries? Adhyatmik, Adibhautik, and Adidaivik. Adidaivik is due to whatever we see, right? I mean, in terms of natural earthquakes, tornadoes, all that is caused by the demigods, and that is Adidaivik. Adibhautik and Adhyatmik.
From the animals.
Adhyatmik is what? No, it is just
animals.
not from animals. It is not only.
Adhyatmik is from the mind.
Yes, from the mind. Your own mind is capable of causing so many problems to you. It will make you exaggerate the problem. Say, for example, somebody hit you and your mind will say, oh, this boy hit me. This boy, I should hit him back. I should, give trouble to him. Likewise, it will go on creating and multiplying the problems in your mind and make your life miserable. The own thing. Oh, what will others think of me? I am looking like this. I'm not very good looking. I'm like very not at all nice. So like that, it will, and then you'll start worrying about yourself. See, look at my face. You'll start to look at the mirror and see yourself for many hours, wasting your time. So this way, our mind is capable of producing a lot of problems. And then Adhyatmik. What is Adi Bhautik? Adi Bhautik
On
is
the animals.
miseries caused by others in general, not only animals. It could be insects, it could be other people, it could be your other friends, relatives, parents, or anybody who can cause problem to you. So this is the three types of miseries. Even if you have done a PhD, or even if you are a doctor, engineer, it doesn't matter. These problems are not going to go away, and you cannot find solution to these problems until you take the shelter of the Lord. Whenever you are in trouble, whenever you are facing any kind of distress, who do you have to go to? Immediately we have to go to the Supreme Lord, Lord Krishna. Immediately tell him, Krishna, I'm going through this problem. Please just support me, help me, because I need to get back to Krishna consciousness. If you don't solve these problems, I may not be able to focus on you properly. And hence I'm asking you and making this request to you.
Mataji, what does Adi David mean again?
Adi Daivik is due to natural disasters.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever we have. Okay. Okay, now what is he saying? He could understand that his so-called knowledge was useless in driving away his problems, which are drying up his whole existence, and it was impossible for him to solve such perplexities without the help of the spiritual master like Lord Krishna. Academic knowledge, scholarship, high position are all useless in solving the problems of life. Help can be given only by spiritual master like Lord Krishna. Therefore, the conclusion is that spiritual master is the one who is 100% Krishna conscious and is a bona fide spiritual master. He can solve the problems of life. Lord Chaitanya said, one who's master of Krishna consciousness, regardless of his social position, is a real spiritual master. Anjaneya, you can read this particular verse.
I don't know it.
Okay, no problem. Varun? Like this. Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi, like that.
Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi Shudra Kene.
No, Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi Sudra. So like there is this tune, right? Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi Sudra Kene Naya Ye Krishna Tattva Veta Se Guru Haya. Like that, that tune.
Chaitanya. Yeah, right?
Yes, Anjaneya. Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi Sudra Kena Naya Ye Krishna Tattva Veta Se Guru Haya. Can you try? Mantra,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi Shudra Kena Naya Ye Krishna Tattva Veta Se Guru Haya.
Wonderful. Varun, I stopped you. You can complete it here. Wonderful, wonderful. Anjaneya, do you want to try or you're good?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Kieba Vipra Kieba Nyasi Shudra Kena Naya Ye Krishna Tattva Veta Se Guru Haya.
Wonderful. So what does it mean? It does not matter whether a person is Vipra. What does Vipra mean? A learned scholar in Vedic wisdom, or this person who's born in low-class family, or he's in a renounced order of life. If he is master of science of Krishna, he is perfect and a bona fide spiritual master. So without being a master in the science of Krishna consciousness, no one is bona fide spiritual master. It is also said in the Vedic literature. Okay, so now we need to understand that who's the person who's capable of becoming a real spiritual master. See, this person, he knows the science of Krishna consciousness. He has realized it. Not only he knows it in theory, right? He knows what Krishna, and he knows what Krishna says and also follows it in practice. and he is capable of making disciples all over the world. Okay, see, this person in Krishna consciousness, as soon as somebody comes in contact with the spiritual master, or the person in Krishna consciousness is such a advanced devotee, he can make everybody else turn into Krishna. That much capable his potency is, because he has realized the teachings of our acharyas, and he is capable of making disciples all over the world. Such a person is a person who's bona fide spiritual master. And Srila Prabhupada was one such spiritual master for all of us. Okay, who wants to read this verse? Just raise your hand. Okay, Manhar, go ahead.
Mataji, what is the tune?
Satkarma nipuno vipro mantra tantra visharatah, like that.
Okay. Satkarma nipuna vipro mantra tantra vishad
Radhika,
Vaishnava Guru Nasyad Vaishnava Swapacho Guru.
Wonderful. Okay, Varun, go ahead. Okay, I think Anjani, I'll give you a chance a little bit later, okay? A scholarly Brahmana, expert in all subjects of Vedic knowledge, is unfit to become spiritual master without being a Vaishnava or expert in science of Krishna consciousness. But a person who's born in a family, a low caste, can become a spiritual master if he is a Vaishnava. So what is a Vaishnava and what is a scholarly Brahmana? What is the difference? Does anybody know? Okay, Govind, what is the difference?
What's the question you said?
Okay, who listened to the question?
You said
no, I'm asking somebody to say the question. Varun? Anjaneya, do you know the question?
no.
Varun, do you know the question? What is the difference between a scholarly Brahmana and a Vaishnava?
Oh, I know. A scholarly Brahmana is like writing, but a nice devotee, like a Vaishnava, they...
No, wrong. No. Go ahead.
It's like a scholarly Brahmana. He only like meditates. He like does all this fasting. He writes like all these things. But the pure devotee, he has like pure love for Krishna. He does the chanting. He offers his food, and he like loves Krishna.
Correct. Absolutely. So the scholarly Brahmana we see from Krishna book. There is a story, right? Yajnik Brahmanas. When Krishna's friends came to him and asked for food, he was like, no, we are busy performing the rituals for the Lord. We cannot give any food to anybody, however hungry they may be. And they just drove away the friends of Krishna. And when in fact the same boys went to his wives, the wives actually fed Krishna sumptuous food. So what is important? Love to Krishna is important. Just merely performing the rituals for Krishna is not going to help anyone. They could be experts in Sanskrit, they could be experts in Vedic knowledge, but if they are not a Vaishnava is one who understands the science of Krishna consciousness, meaning he knows about how to please Krishna, how to act for Krishna, how to actually love Krishna and to reach Krishna. They do everything that is favorable for Krishna consciousness, right? And even if he's a Chandala, even if he's born in a low caste family, if he is a Vaishnava, then he can become a spiritual master. That is the qualification. To become Krishna consciousness, you have to know the art and science of Krishna consciousness. You should have realized the science of Krishna consciousness, just not theoretical. You have to have that practical application of realizing what Krishna has taught us. Then you can become a Vaishnava. Okay, what are the problems of our material life? The material life, we all know, that is birth, death, old age, and disease. And they cannot be counteracted by the accumulation of wealth. And see, how much ever you can be a billionaire, you can have 7-bedroom home, but you cannot get over the problem of birth, death, old age, and disease. It is going to come to you. When it comes to you, you will feel, oh my God, nothing will be left to you. The only asset we have is the asset of Krishna consciousness. If somebody says, I'm not interested in chanting, that means they have gone far away from Krishna. Somehow, Krishna, I'm not, see, you can just pray to Krishna. See, Krishna, I'm not able to focus and I really don't have taste for chanting. Can you please give me the taste so that I can enjoy while I'm chanting? Even if you have no mood, Krishna sees the attitude. See, this boy, he doesn't want to chant, but he's just chanting for me. He's praying to me that he wants taste. So let me award him taste. You, at your age, you may want to just not chant, right? I mean, sometimes you want to play, you want to go and do something. You may have your homework. So many things are there, and you will just keep chanting to the last. But pray to Krishna. Krishna, please, I'm really not interested to chant. Somehow get the interest in me so that I can chant your holy names. Because the glories of the holy names are so nice, so much. I really don't know. So you please make me understand. Just pray to him. Okay. Whatever you're not able to do in your life, pray to him. Krishna will take care. Okay. Anytime, just pray to Krishna. And even a billionaire, he cannot get out of this samsara cycle, the birth, death, old age, and death. How much ever money he has, he cannot come out of it. In many parts of the world, there are states which replete with all facilities of life, which are full of wealth and economic development. Yet the problems of material existence still are present. They are seeking peace in different ways, but they can achieve real happiness only if they consult Krishna. So if they keep Krishna in the center, then through your spiritual master, having spiritual master, if you are able to approach Krishna through your spiritual master, then your life will be very happy. Okay. If you see, whatever you buy, anything, it could be a very little thing, it could be a bat, it could be a ball, we need to first offer it to Krishna. Krishna, please take this as an offering so that I'm able to remember you even while I'm playing basketball or playing volleyball or playing something. Anytime, we should always make it a point to remember Krishna. Whatever we are doing, activities, just make it as an offering to Lord Krishna. That way, our life will be so happy. Krishna will be so pleased. Look at him. He always wants to think about me. He is always offering a lot of things to me. I'm so pleased with him. I'll do anything he asks. Like that, he will think. Okay. If economic development and material comforts could drive away one's lamentation, then what happened? Arjuna would have not said that even an unrivaled kingdom on earth or supremacy like that of demigods in the heavenly planets would be unable to drive away his lamentations. See, Arjuna had everything, right? Arjuna is still lamenting, right? Arjuna is saying, even if I have many kingdom, many wealth, I am not going to be happy because I am bound to not kill my relatives. This is getting me into trouble. Even if I have a very, very vast kingdom, it will be tainted with blood. So who will I enjoy it with? That is his question. He sought, therefore, to the refuge of Lord Krishna. He went immediately. Intelligent person, whenever he is in problem, he knows who to go to. That person is Lord Krishna. Instead of saying, oh, you are reason for my downfall. Your reason, my friends are reason for my falling down. My mother is reasonable. I mean, she's responsible for why I actually fell down. Instead of putting blames on so many people, immediately, Krishna, this has happened in my life. I need to focus and remember you, but I'm not able to do because I'm in distress. Please help me. Like that, here Arjuna is going. Oh, Arjuna is saying to Krishna, I'm not able to take up my bow and arrow and be able to fight because I'm going through such a misery of actually not being able to fight my relatives and Guru. Please help me. And Krishna is giving a solution then. Bhagavad Gita confirms, Shine Punye Matya Lokam Vishanti. when the results of pious activities are finished. So if you go to Swarga, right, what happens? Once your pious credits are over, you still have to fall down to the earthly planet. And such downfalls, they also cause more lamentation. Therefore, if you want to curb the lamentation for good, who we have to take shelter of? Krishna. And Arjuna is seeking to do so. Arjuna asked Krishna to solve his problem definitely, and that is the way of Krishna consciousness. Okay? All right. This is a very small verse. Anjaneya, go ahead with this verse here.
Sanjaya uvacha eva muktva ऋषिकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तप.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
You're in Gmail.
Okay. I think I should resume share. It went off, right? Are you able to see it here?
Yeah. Sanjaya uvacha eva muktva ऋषिकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तप नायोत्स्य इति गोविन्दं युक्त्वा तुष्णीं बभूवः.
Okay, good job. Manhar?
Can Govinda?
Yeah, after Manhar.
Sanjaya vacha evam uktva ऋषिकेशं
Gudakesham Purantaba.
No, Govind, that is not nice. Wait.
नयोच्य इति गोविन्दं उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः.
Yes, Govind, go ahead.
Sanjaya Vacha Evam Yukta Rishikesham Gudakesham Parantapa Naha Yukta Sit Iti Govedam Yuktam Tushnim Vaha Vaha.
Wonderful. Varun?
Sanjaya uvacha evam uktva ऋषिकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तप नवोत्स्य इति गोविन्दं उक्त्वा तुष्णीं बभूवः.
Wonderful. Okay, so we will get into this verse, right? Sanjaya said, having spoken thus, Arjuna, chastiser of enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and he fell silent. Dhritarashtra must have been very glad to understand Arjuna is not going to fight. So what will happen if Arjuna is not going to fight? The Kauravas will say, oh, Arjuna is not fighting, so all kingdom belongs to us without even, because this guy, he doesn't want to fight. And it's equal to him losing it. So the kingdom is ours. And he was also going to go to, she's also saying, Sanjaya is also saying, Arjuna is going to go on a begging profession. This is what Dhritarashtra must have been happy about it, because for a Kshatriya, begging is a dishonor. And Dhritarashtra feels happy that Arjuna is going to beg. See how narrow-minded a person is. When we think bad for others, when we feel good in the misery of others, is that a good thing? Somebody is actually going through a problem. We are not even trying to help them resolve the problem, but we are feeling happy about them being in such a problem. Is that a good attitude? Hari bol. So this is such a demeaning attitude, and Dhritarashtra is exhibiting that. And here Sanjaya is again going to disappoint him and say, Arjuna was competent to kill his enemies. He's Parantapa. Although Arjuna was for the time being overwhelmed with false grief due to familial affection, he surrendered on to Krishna, the Supreme Master, as a disciple. And this indicated that, see, whoever surrenders to Krishna, goes to Krishna with a problem, Krishna will resolve the problem. So Sanjaya is saying he is also now going through a problem that he's not able to fight, but he's soon going to fight. Because why? He's going to be enlightened by Lord Krishna. Krishna is going to give him education, because of which he is going to surely fight. And thus Dhritarashtra's joy will become frustrated, because right now he's thinking this guy is not going to fight the war and he's going to go on a begging profession. And now, because he's surrendered on to Krishna, Krishna is going to actually give him what? Self-realization, because of which he's going to surely fight. And now this is actually disappointing Dhritarashtra, because he's going to fight now. So this is what is the implication from the verse. Are you able to understand, kids?
Yep.
Okay, good job, Anjaneya and others. Okay, I see 3 raised hands for what? I don't know. Okay, anyways. Okay, Sloka. Yeah, next Sloka. Varun, you can go ahead now. After that, yeah. Okay, good job. Govinda?
Taham tam uvachan Rishikesha
Prahasaniva Bharata
Bharata Senoho Yurve Madhye
Vishidantam
Vishidantam idam
Vachaha.
Vachaha.
Okay, good. Anjaneya?
Tamuacha Rishikesha Prahasanyanyava Bharata Senayorubayor Madhye Vishidantam idam Vachaha.
Okay. Okay, Manhar, go ahead.
Okay, Mataji. Tamvacha Rishikesha Prahasan Eva Bharata Senyar Obhayor Madhye Vishidantam idam Vachaha.
If anybody else wants to go ahead, go ahead. I'm giving you a chance for all of them to be proactive. Okay, Yash, Akshara, do you want to go ahead? Nihal? Okay. O descendant of Bharata, at that time, Krishna, smiling in the midst of both armies, spoke the following words to grief-stricken Arjuna. The talk was going on between intimate friends, namely Rishikesha. Who is Rishikesha? He is Lord Krishna. Why is he called Rishikesha? Are we able to get control over our senses? I mean, he is the controller of all of our senses. Sometimes we are able to talk, and if we are not able to talk, it's Krishna who's the controller of the senses of all of us as individuals. We are able to walk, it is because of Krishna's mercy. We are able to talk, it's because of Krishna's mercy. So that is why he is the controller of all the senses, Rishikesha. And Gudakesha means one who has conquered the sleep. And one who has conquered the sleep means he has conquered his ignorance. As friends, both of them were on the same level, but one of them voluntarily became the student of the other. Who became the student of who? Krishna became the master of...
Krishna is the master and Arjuna is the
student.
Student.
Yes. Krishna was smiling because a friend had chosen to become a disciple. See, he was in the Sakya Bhav, and now he has become a disciple. So Krishna is like smiling. As Lord of all, he is always in superior position as a master of everyone. And yet Lord agrees to be a friend or a son or a lover for a devotee who wants him in such a role. When can we become a friend or son or lover of Krishna? It happens when we enter. No, I'll tell. It happens when we actually get into the Raganuga Marg. Raganuga Marg means you get into spontaneous attraction. No matter what, you'll be attracted to Krishna, like the gopis of Vrindavan. They are continuously attracted. Even if they are churning butter, they are thinking of Krishna. Even if they are talking, they will talk about Krishna. Even if they are sleeping, they will completely be absorbed in Krishna and think about him. Even any activity they perform, all those activities are in Krishna consciousness. So when we come to that platform, at that time, we understand what is our relationship with Lord Krishna. It could be anything. Krishna has, if Govinda or Manhar or Anjaneya or Varun or Yash or Nihal or Akshara, everybody has a unique relationship with Lord Krishna. And that relationship will be revealed as we have that spontaneous attraction, as we develop that spontaneous attraction eventually by chanting the glories of the holy names of the Lord. When we reach that platform, then we will know what relationship we have with Lord Krishna. Till that time, we have to patiently and enthusiastically perform. Oh, you should not say, I'm bored of chanting, I'm bored of, just keep doing it. Krishna will understand and he will give you whatever. If you are not interested or if you are not enthusiastic, then pray to Krishna. Krishna will give you that enthusiasm. Okay? And then what happens? But when he was accepted as a master, he at once assumed the role and talked with a disciple like a master with gravity as it is required. So now he's not doing any kind of friendly pep talks. He's going to talk like a master. If, say, for example, your mom, she could be a teacher also. When she's a teacher, you have to behave like a student in front of your mother. Even though your mother is there, you can be loving to her, but you cannot show that familial affection in front of other students, right? You have to also behave like a student if your mother is a teacher. And like that here, this Arjuna he is assumed, now Krishna is assuming the role of a master, so he will behave like a master. He is not going to behave like a friend. It appears that the talk between master and disciple was openly exchanged in front of both the armies. So all of them were benefited. All of them are benefited in the sense, see, even if Krishna gives darshan, not everybody is able to see Krishna the same way as Arjuna saw Krishna. There needs to be, the eyes has to be anointed with love. And here, this exchange, only people who have the knowledge, Krishna says in the beginning of the chapter, if you are not envious, then only you can understand the science of spiritual knowledge. The envious people, they will not be able to understand this knowledge. Even though they are hearing it, there will be benefit only when you are non-envious. And only when you accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there must be that faith. Then only you can understand. So the talks of Bhagavad Gita are not for any particular person's society, but they are for everybody and equally entitled to hear them. So, but your understanding will depend upon how envious or non-envious you are. And that is very important qualification that Krishna says. And the faith is another important criteria. The faith that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead is needed for you to understand the science of spiritual knowledge, Bhagavad Gita. Are you clear, kids? And now we will go to this verse. Who wants to chant this verse? Yash. Yash. Go ahead, Yash. Yeah.
Bhagavan vacha asochanan vasocastvam prajnavadam shabhasase gatasu nagatasumscha nandita.
Wonderful. How nicely you're chanting, Yash. Till now you have not opened your mouth. Oh, I missed you so much. That's very good job. Okay, so now the others can go ahead one by one. Okay, Varun.
Govinda, go.
Yeah, after Varun, you can go ahead, Govinda.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Sochanan Sochastam Prajnavadan Shabhasase Gatasuna Tasumchana Sochanti Pandita.
Okay, Govinda.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Asucham Anavanshustam Prajnam Vadam Shabhasate Gatam Sun Agatasum Nanu Sochanti Pandita.
Good job. Manhar, go ahead, dear.
Okay, Mataji. Shri Bhagavan vacha asochanan vasocastvam prajnavadam shabhasase gatasu nagatasumscha nandita pandita.
Wonderful. Very fluent you are. Anjaneya, go ahead.
Bhagavan vacha asocyanamasocyastvam prajnavadamscha bhasase gatasuna gatasumscha nanusochanti panditah.
Wonderful. Okay. Akshara, do you want to try?
No, thank you.
Okay, dear. Thank you. Okay, so now we'll go into the purport. The Lord at once took the position of a teacher and chastised the student, calling him indirectly a fool. Now Arjuna is being chastised by Krishna. He indirectly calls him, you're not a Pandita. You speak like a Pandita, but you're not a Pandita. What does that mean? You're talking like a learned man, but you don't know that one who's learned, one who knows what is body and what is soul, does not lament for any stage of the body, neither in the living condition or in the dead condition. So this is what he's saying. See, Arjuna, you seem like a learned person. You're talking like a learned person. But if you're a learned person, then you must be knowing the difference between a body and a soul. The soul doesn't die at all, and you are the soul. You should not lament because there is a transformation that happens in the body, and you should not lament for that. Like that, Krishna is clarifying. Arjuna agreed. The religious principles should be given more importance than politics or sociology. Again, Arjuna argued. What did he argue? He argued that, say, this whatever wealth I'm going to get, that is not important. Relationship and following the religious principles, like he said about so many things in first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. All those are important things that I need to exhibit. And but again, it's being clarified by Srila Prabhupada here that Arjuna is not knowing about matter, soul, and the supreme is even more important than religious formularies. And because he is lacking in that knowledge, he should not pose himself as a learned man. So as he did not happen to be a learned, as he did not happen to be very learned man, he was consequently lamenting for something that is unworthy of lamentation. The body is born and is destined to be vanquished today or tomorrow. Therefore, the body is not at all as important as the soul. One who knows this is actually learned. So my question to you will be, who is a learned person? Why? So a learned person is who actually knows about the difference between body and soul, understanding he is the soul and he will never die. And this is the understanding a learned person should have. But here, Arjuna is not behaving like a learned person. He doesn't know the difference between body and soul. And he's just talking about religious principles. Oh, I cannot kill my guru. I cannot kill such and such person because my wealth, even if I win, it will be tainted with blood of all my relatives. So I'm not able to do that. That is okay. But you are lamenting about the body because the death is going to, I mean, what does it mean when you die? The soul is not going to die. It is the body which is going to be deteriorated. It is the body which is going to go away. Right? And so this is not understood by Arjuna, and hence he's not behaving like a learned person. How will a learned person behave? The learned person, he will know the importance of soul, and he knows there is no need to lament for the death of the body. Regardless of whatever the condition of the material body is, he is not going to lament because he knows that he is the spirit soul, and the soul never dies. So this is what a learned person.
Questions and answers.
And 3 minutes. Okay, we'll just finish maybe 12. I think, yeah, 12 we can finish. After that, we can have question and answers. Okay. So this 12th one, we'll just do very, I think I'll just go through the PowerPoint. Yeah, maybe I'll talk about it in a PowerPoint. Let me stop share and just bring some PowerPoint for you so we can go through 12th verse. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, I'll do the 12th verse here. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, somebody read it now. We can go in the order. 1 second, I will see who's new person who has. Okay, Yash, go ahead.
Natva evam jatanam natva neme janadipha nachaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayamata param.
Okay, good. Manhar, go ahead.
Okay, Mataji. Natva evaham jatunasam natvam neme janadipha न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयम् अतः परम्.
Okay, Varun, go ahead.
Can go.
After, yeah, after that, go.
नत्वेवाहं जातो नासं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिप न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्.
Govind, go ahead.
न त्वम् एवं जातु नासं न त्वं नेमं जनाधिपः न चैवं नः वसम्यहं
Na bhavishyamah
श्यामहं
sarve
सर्वं
vayam.
वयम् अतः परम्.
Good job. So, translation. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of them cease to be. So, let's go through. Lord is directly referring to the unending nature of individuality and immortality of the soul. Srila Prabhupada comments, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Supreme Individual Person, and Arjuna is Lord's eternal associate, and all the kings assembled there are individual eternal persons. So nobody, because everybody is a spirit soul, they are all eternal. The kings they have assembled there, they are eternal. Arjuna is an eternal associate of the Lord. He's just put into the situation just for us to benefit. By hearing Bhagavad, he wanted to propagate this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita so that we as all, we are all ignorant people and we can become enlightened because of this knowledge. That is why Arjuna is put into such a condition. And Supreme Lord, he is an individual person. Say here we have Manhar, we have Govinda, we have Varun, we have Yash, we have Nihal, we have Akshara, we have Govind, and did I miss someone? Anjaneya. So we have so many people, and here they're all individuals. Each one has their individuality. We cannot compare Varun and Govinda to be same personalities. They are having different personalities. Govinda is a different person and he has different likes and dislikes. He has his own individuality. That is what it means. He has a unique relationship with Krishna. See, like how Arjuna is having a Sakya Bhav with Krishna, Govinda may have some unique relationship which will be uncovered later. And Varun will be having some other relationship with Krishna. So this way, each of them is unique. Krishna needs all of them because each one is unique. Nobody is the same. Even though we are spirit soul, we have our individuality. Are you able to understand, kids? Haribol?
Yes, you can understand.
Okay, good. So this is what is Krishna stressing. Everybody is eternal because the spirit soul never dies. And these kings, they are also eternal beings. And you are my eternal associate, and I am the Supreme Lord. So that way, everybody has their individuality and they have a unique relationship with Lord Krishna. Okay, now we will go for question and answer session. And after this, we can convene. Okay. Okay. So the first question. Okay, 1 minute. Let me just open Srila Prabhupada's Veda Base. Okay, so that you can maybe see and. Okay, the first question for you today is, what will an intelligent person do when he's put into distress? And what are the 3 types of distress? What are the 3 types of distress and what will an intelligent person do? Varun. Next, okay. I'll go in the order here in the raised hand.
So
everybody will get an opportunity. Yeah.
The person, the 3 modes are Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, and last one is what is it?
Adhyatmik.
Adhyatmik. And then an intelligent person.
What is Adi Bhautik? What is Adhyatmik? And what is Adi Daivik?
So like it's like the distress caused by the natural disasters, distress caused by the people like trying to annoy you, and then distress caused by animals.
No, own mind. Distress caused by others is Adi Bhautik, meaning in general it could be anybody, right? It could be any person, any animal, insect or anything. Distress
Yeah.
caused by your own mind is adhyatmic, and then
Adhyatmic.
adidaivic is
And
natural
then
disaster.
Adidaivic is the natural disaster.
Okay, go ahead.
And then,
Go ahead.
and then the intelligent person, what he will do is when he gets like mad, he won't get like mad or mad. He won't like get like he won't like shout or scream or anything like that. He will stay calm, and then he's going to like be with Krishna. He's going to remember Krishna, and then because of this, he becomes all calm. And then if this happens again, he won't like become agitated or anything.
He takes shelter of Lord Krishna. So when
Yeah.
he just prays to Krishna, Krishna, I'm put into such a difficulty, please you take care of me so that I'm able to remember you. Like that, he prays to Krishna. And this is here, Arjuna is put into such a precarious condition, and Arjuna takes shelter of Krishna. So which is what an intelligent person will do. Okay. Okay. Next question goes to Anjaneya. Are you ready, dear? What happens to a person who goes to the heavenly planets? Is it eternally he's going to live there in the heavenly planets? Why or why not?
No, because the heavenly planets aren't permanent.
Correct. What happens to that person?
He will either go back down to the earth after he'll pass out all
On
of
the
his
pious credits, punya. Whenever his punya is exhausted, he's going to fall back to the earthly planet. Okay, good job. Okay, next question goes to Govinda.
Yes.
Okay, Govind, Arjuna, so what about the case of Dhritarashtra? How is he feeling now? Because
Dhritarashtra is happy because Arjuna will not fight and Arjuna will beg.
Arjuna.
And Sanjaya said, watch out, Arjuna will go to Krishna and then Krishna will help solution Arjuna, and then Arjuna will fight.
Wonderful. And then now Dhritarashtra, from a happy mood, he's going to get disappointed.
Disappointed.
Yeah, we know. Okay, next question. Very, very good job, Govind. Very attentive listening. All right. So all of you all doing a great job. Congratulations to all of them. And now the question goes to Manhar. Are you ready, dear?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay, so when can you attain when will you know that you attained a relationship? How will you know what type of relationship you have with Lord Krishna? When will that be revealed to you, Manhar?
When
will you know whether you're in a Sakyabhav or what is that unique relationship that each one of you have? When will that be known to you?
You're like a really good devotee.
When you actually attain the stage of prema, bhava or prema, that time you will know what type of relationship you are with Lord Krishna. Till then, we have to enthusiastically perform. Okay. I'll ask you another question then. Would you be able to recite without looking into the memory? I'm just asking memorized sloka. Can you do verse number 11 without seeing? Do you know it or no?
I know it.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Asochananva Sochastram Pragnavadam Shabhasase Vata Sundakatasumna Dana Sochanti Pandita.
Wonderful. That was awesome. So you know this word memorized. So can somebody explain me what does this verse talk about? Like I mean, what, see, I'll ask everybody again. I mean, Akshara, do you want to say, dear? Do you want to explain this verse? Asochan anvasochastvam prajna vadam sabasasa gatasun agatams. Do you want to do this?
No,
Agata.
thanks.
Okay. Yash, do you want to try telling me what does it mean, this verse? Nihal, do you want to say? Okay, Yash, go ahead. I don't know. I saw you unmute. Do you want to say, dear?
No, thanks.
Okay. Nihal? Okay, I don't see him. Varun, do you want to go ahead? Varun? So what does it say? See, he's saying you're behaving like a learned person, but you're not. You see, you're not. You see, you're.
Let's try this one.
Yeah, so you can just see. You can just read the translation, and you can tell me, right?
Okay. While speaking learned words.
No, in your own words, you just say. See, what I mean, yeah. The point
is Krishna said to Arjuna, you're like speaking like a learned words, learned, but you don't know what a learned does.
Yeah, you're not behaving like how a learned person will actually
behave. Because learned doesn't grieve when like the body passed away.
Correct. Wonderful. That is exactly what I want. Good job. So we will, very good job, Govind. That's exactly learned person. He doesn't lament for the body, and you're lamenting for the body of your relatives. If they are going to die, then the body only dies. The soul doesn't die. So you are lamenting for that, and a learned person, he actually knows he's a spirit soul and spirit is not going to die, and hence he will not lament. This is what is the understanding. And then we saw everybody is individual. Everybody has the individuality. Govind and Jineya, everybody is individual. So that's what is the next verse. Are you all clear, kids? So we can adjourn for today. We will do our prayers. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. All glories to
Radhika
assembled,
mataji ki jai.
all glories to assembled devotees. Thank you so much, kids, for your attentive listening. We will catch up next week. Next week on Bhagavad. Tomorrow we can do Ramayan. Yes, I'm looking forward. It's such an exciting story. So we will continue from where we left off tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow again. Okay. Bye, kids.
Bye.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Anjaneya.
Hare Krishna Govind. Bye.
What we're doing? Okay. I'm leaving on her. Bye. See you tomorrow. No, see in Hindi class. What?